Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Balls and All, your sports and leisure show. And tonight we got a very interesting story. We're actually up at Barbagallo Speedway, and we're Raceway, Barbagallo Raceway. I was just corrected, and we're just about to put some of the Balls and All gang on the back of some sidecars. So we're going to show you what that's all about. Here with me today is the president. You're the president?
Ex-president. I'm currently the ex-president, but I'm also the club coach right now.
Okay, and your name, please?
My name is Graham Hare.
Graham Hare.
Hair, like hair on your head, but there's not too much of that these days.
Okay, it's all there. Now, Graham, what are we going to see our crew doing here?
The sidecars we have today, post-classic sidecars, which were built up until 1972. Mostly Honda-powered, but there are a couple of Suzuki-powered outfits. They must run treaded tyres, and they're built to certain requirements. You know, technology can't be. You want to put the camera on this one? Technology can't be can't be exceeded in any way, so everything has a cut-off date of 1972.
Okay, so that goes what, with the brakes and everything?
Brakes, tyres, chassis construction, engines, and generally any performance-enhancing items, all pre-72.
Excellent. Okay, so we're just going to get our crew all signed up, so they're all signed up properly, and everything's happening there, and they're going to get in some leathers, and then what's going to happen?
Once they're in the leathers, I'll take them to a sidecar and I'll show them where they have to sit, how they have to sit, and especially for a sidecar, how they actually have to move to balance the sidecar whilst you're going around the track, because a sidecar is ridden by a rider, but it's also balanced by a passenger. It's a bit like sailing, only on bitumen.
Excellent. And we're going to put Justin and James and Debbie, and our cameraman's going to be going around showing you a little bit what it feels like to be going around on a sidecar. And Gail, this is for you. We understand you really wanted to be on this, but so they get what kind of gear will they be wearing?
I should have my suit on right now to show you, but I haven't. You need an approved one-piece leather racing suit. A back protector is also essential. If you do come off, your back's most important. You've only got one. A set of decent boots that there should be no skin separation, no skin exposed at ankles or wrists. You need gloves and an approved helmet.
Right.
With a shield, so you've got protection for your eyes as well.
And except for if we put Wayne out there, we don't want a shield because we want to see the bugs on his teeth when he's back.
Wayne won't be going as fast as anyone else, I can assure you. But no, I think it'll have quite an exciting ride. The riders won't be going too fast, maybe in a straight line, but they'll take a bit of care in the corners, as you have to, considering people haven't, the passengers aren't experienced.
What kind of speeds do you guys, without say our crew, but what kind of speeds do you guys normally get up to with a passenger on?
That's a really good question.
Okay.
We never have a speed.
That's why I get the big bucks, you know.
At Phillip Island on a long circuit, around 200 kilometres an hour.
Really?
Is conservative, 180 to 200 around there. Around here, easy over 160.
So obviously your teammate, your teams combined, working together, very important that they really get to know each other a lot, because they're kind of climbing all over the bike, really, aren't they?
They are. It takes a while for a rider to get used to a passenger and vice versa. Some people are very adaptable, but when you really start working well together, it's after a period of time of maybe a year or two that you can start riding and getting more out of the machine. I've been riding with Ralph Briotti now for 10 years, and we rode pretty well together for about 3 or 4, but after about 4 years we then started pushing the machine a bit harder and working much more together, and we started actually getting lap times getting lower and lower because we're working better together and exploring what we can do with the machine, making mistakes and not doing that again.
Yeah. Now, when is your next big race day here?
It's on June the 11th.
June the 11th? So
yep.
Anybody wants to can come down?
Anyone who wants to come, they can come down. We have canteen facilities, but we don't charge you to get in the gate. It's free entry for anyone that wants to come down.
Right.
We have solo bikes, sidecars, solos built before 1962, also built before 72, so they're the classic and post-classic classes. We have bucket racing, or buckets are cheap, or they now call them super lights. It's a cheap introductory form of racing on 100 and 125cc production-based machines, and we also cater for C and D grade riders. Mainly the lower echelons of the riding. Just give the man in the street a go. That's basically what we want to cater for.
Right, that's what I was just about to ask. Now, it's not a closed group of people. Anybody can get involved.
Anybody from any other club with a suitable machine and riding gear can get involved.
Okay.
And we always open the door to everyone.
And do you know what phone number someone will ring if they want to try to get in touch, or where they would find the number?
I'd have to go and check with the secretary.
We'll get that. We'll get that and put it on the screen. All right, well, we're going to catch up and see what everyone else is doing. Thanks very much for that.
That's quite all right. Thank you. We'll go to work.
All right.
We'll go and scare them.
Okay, now we're under here. Justin in the background signing, and I'm talking to Alan Warner. Hi, Alan.
How you going, Moose?
Good, good. Now, what are we going to put these people through?
Not very much, really. Just a few gentle laps just to get them into the feel of things. And if we'll come into the dummy grid, just check them out. If they're comfortable with what we're doing, we'll just take them out and go a bit faster and maybe just take them through a couple of slides on the right-hand corners, which is the safest way to do it. And, just give them a bit of fun.
Good, good. All right, well, Justin, you ready to go?
I am hanging out, mate. I've signed my life away, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, over here we got Debbie and James. Hi, Debbie.
Hello, yes.
And ready to go with this?
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. And James?
Ready to give it balls and all, Moose.
Okay, balls and all. Speaking of that, we haven't said, let's get the balls and all rolling. Okay, gang, well, you're going to get the leathers on, so we'll see the big transformation here, and then I think he's going to take all of you out at once, so we'll have a look at that. All right, well, while the gang's getting ready and signing their forms and doing everything, a chap just come in here named Ralph Briotti. Hi, Ralph.
Fine, how are you?
Good, good. Now, Ralph, you've been racing for quite a while, I've been told.
Yeah, I've been racing since the late 50s, and on and off. I've had a few sessions where I've been sort of gave it away for a few years and come back, and then I've came back in the last 6 or 7 years again to race in the classic side.
So what would be the big obsession then?
Oh, I just think that it's just the buzz of it all, you know. You get a little bit of it's a big thrill really to go around, and also the comradeship of all the guys here. As you see, like today, it's only a practice day, but everybody helps each other. If somebody has a breakdown, we help each other. They borrow something, I borrow something like that. And I think that the comradeship has a lot to do with, and the club that we belong to, the historic club, is really one of those clubs that there's no animosity amongst anybody. It's a real friendship thing, and I think that that's really good for motorcycling.
That's always hard to get in any kind of club. Now, we notice about the friendship and the helpfulness because with putting our gear, our guys and Debbie into the gear, a lot of people are loaning gloves and leathers and everything so that everyone can have a go. Now, tell us, Ralph, a little bit about your bike here.
This one is basically the basis of it is still the one that I rode back in the 60s, and all the fairings and most of the frame. The motors are different, of course. We've upgraded there a little bit, I built that way back then, and it's been modified quite a bit now. And of course now I'm running bigger motors. But we have to, because the competition's getting too good and everybody else is going bigger, so we all have to sort of follow each other a little bit, you know.
Now, I notice on here there's not really a lot of, let's say, protection here when it comes down to the heat and all that. And when you're going full bore, you kind of lean across here anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
And something else I noticed would be a bit uncomfortable. There's no seat.
No, that's right. It looks uncomfortable, but it's not. In actual fact, when you're in a kneeling position and you're taking all the weight on your knees and your legs, and your bum just sort of rests here. And when you're riding and you're going flat out, like you said, you can rest your chest on this padded area here, which takes the weight off all your arms and that, and it makes it easier for you when you're having to pull the thing through corners, you know, and sometimes they get pretty hard to pull around.
And who's your big riding partner here?
My partner is Graham Hare. He's been riding with me for about 6 years, and fortunately we've been able to we won the club championship last 3 years, and last year we also won the state title in this class.
Fantastic. We just spoke to Graham just a little while ago too. So now this is a 750cc?
Well, originally they came out of 750s, but obviously everybody's trying to get a bit more power and a few more cubes, and this one here, this particular one, is out to 836, which is about 100ccs more. My other machine that I have over there, I've taken that out to 1000ccs, which gives us a little bit more grunt. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for showing us your bike. We see the bike here, and you got the plate over there, the sidecar that everyone rides on, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I think you're probably going to be taking someone for a ride. I'm not sure.
Fine. Yeah, we'll
You'll enjoy that.
Oh, good. Well, okay, listen, everyone, we're going to be taking a break, and we'll be back and see how the Bulls and All gang go flying around here at Barbagallo Speedway. So we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Well, they're in their leathers and they're ready to get going. And first of all, it's Justin. Hey, Justin.
How you going, Moose?
Good. How do you feel?
A bit nervous, mate, but it should be a bit of a ball terror.
You've already had just a little bit of a ride.
We just had a bit of a play up around the pit area, and it was quite good. Why aren't you doing it?
Because someone's got to hold the mic.
Mate, next time.
Yeah, next
All right.
time. For sure. Okay, over here we got James. Hey James, how are you?
Yeah, good mate, good.
How are you feeling about this?
Oh, excited. Looks like fun. Yeah, we did a bit of a lap before around the car park. It looks like fun, so...
And they've kind of told you all the right things and wrong things to do and whatever?
They showed us what to do and how to hang on and that, which is all good, so it should be good. It's been good fun.
Here we got our cameraman Terry. Hey Terry.
Hey, how you going?
Pretty excited?
Oh yeah, can't wait.
And you're going to have the hardest job because you're going around here holding a camera.
Yeah, I know, it's going to be pretty tricky, but I'll see if I can do it right.
Any message for Gail?
Nah, just that this is for her, I suppose.
Okay,
Yep.
good stuff. And over here we got Debbie. Hey Debbie.
Hi Moose, did you know my mum doesn't know I'm even doing this?
Hi Mum, how are you?
She's going to have a bit of a shock. Hey Mum!
Now, they've told you all the right things and wrong things?
They have, yes, and I've been for a lap just around the pits here and I am fired up. I'm ready to go.
I was told the deal is, if there's anything you're nervous about, you tap him. Do you think he's going to get the tap him? Do you think he's going to get the tap him?
I hope so. Peter and I are going to be just fine.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to let them get going. But first, while they're getting down on the track, we're going to send you to a story that we did recently, a rodeo that's on this week up at Brigadoon, and it's all for the Princess Margaret Hospital. So we'd like to get you to go up there. It's $15 a head. Kids under 12 are free. It's all the excitement of a rodeo. Starts at 3 and the big stuff all starts at 7. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Have a look at this story. We'll be right at Hospital for a very special event, and I'm talking to some very special people who are here helping out the kids. We know it's a great cause, and Princess Margaret Hospital do such a great job with kids here, probably the best in the world. I'm talking to Tracy. Hi Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. And Dawn.
How you going, mate?
Good, good. Now, Tracy, tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
We are going to try and raise some funds for Princess Margaret. We're having a rodeo on the 27th of May out at Brigadoon, which all the proceeds will go to. And what we're doing here is we're trying to bring the rodeo to the hospital to sort of share some of the fun with the kids that won't be able to make it out to Brigadoon.
For sure, and certainly they look after them great here, but this is just something else that they can come and have a bit of fun with.
Oh yes, and it's like rodeo, it's not just bulls and broncs, there's lots of other events, and there's like the junior events, the ladies events, and they're some of the things that we've brought here today.
That'll be, obviously, when this goes there, that'll be this weekend, this Saturday. And now Don, what kind of events are you going to be competing in?
I compete in calf roping and team roping, and I also one of the pickup riders where I'll pick up the riders, get them off the broncs and put the horses away safely and all that.
Right, so you're the one that goes out there and kicks the bulls out of the way and grab the guy off the back.
No, that's a clown. Bullfighting clowns do that. They do the bulls, we do the horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been involved with rodeo?
Well, I joined up professionally about 1970. I'm only a young chap.
Yeah. Now, tell me, do you pronounce it rodeo or rodeo? What's your pronunciation?
Rodeo.
Rodeo, yeah. And you?
Yeah, rodeo.
Same.
Yes.
Same. Now, how long have you been involved doing this? Because you're actually the queen, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very, very new to it. I've actually only been involved for about 2 years and competing for just over 12 months myself. But it's just one of those sports that it's almost an obsessive sport. You either love it or hate it, and if that bug bites you, then it bites you well.
Yeah, now you compete in what events do you compete in?
I myself do the barrel race, and I've also do the steer and decorating, and at the moment I'm learning to rope so I can have a go at the breakaway roping. But sorry, they're the three ladies events.
All right. Now, So you're out there competing against people from just Western Australia or from all over the place?
At the moment, it's just people which are members of our circuit, which is in WA. But sometimes we do have, like, our top competitors will then go on over east, etc., to have a go there, and even overseas.
Fantastic. Now, you've actually just been over east recently, haven't you?
Yes, last week I was fortunate enough to be invited to represent WA at the judging of the National Rodeo Queen. I went there as like an official, not an entrant, and had a terrific time, met some really nice people, and hopefully build a link so that, we can go over there and visit, and they can come here and visit.
So they know we're here alive and well and so on. I know that Wayne and James would certainly be happy to be out there helping you judge the rodeo queens. Now, someone sees all this and wants to get involved. How would they go about that?
We are listed in the white pages under the West Coast Rodeo Circuit. There's a number there. A lot of the horse magazines have a list of associations, etc. But probably in the white pages would be the easiest way.
Easiest way. Now, Don, you say you've been doing this since '70. What about yourself? Have you done much travelling around the place to stay with the rodeo circuit? Because it does go on. You do have rodeos almost on a monthly basis at one time of the year, don't you?
In Western Australia here we have the winter series we usually have at Brigadoon Indoor Arena. The rest of the year we travel all over the state sort of thing, or the lower part of the state. I myself originally come from over east. We used to do it all the time over there. We actually took a rodeo over to Malaysia.
All right.
We took over a plane load of horses and bulls and cowboys, and we put on 3 shows over there for them. And that was the only time I've been out of the country, but that went off real well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, how have you gone so far? Because obviously a lot of people are like me. We know about rodeos, but is it anything like, say, in Formula One where you accrue points through the year and then you become the overall winner at the end of the year or something?
Yeah, that's how it works. Every event, whether it's saddle bronc, bull riding or roping or the girls' events, each rodeo you accrue points. At the end of the year you've got a trophy winner, which you win a buckle. Then you've got the all-round champion male who gets a saddle, and the all-round champion female, she gets a saddle too. And each event winner gets the buckles at the end of the year.
Fantastic. Now this weekend it's all going to start up at Brigadoon, as you said, and it starts more or less at 3 o'clock. The main event's later on in the evening, but what will people be seeing when they come? Let's say if someone does come at 3 o'clock, what kind of events are they going to see? And then later on at night they're going to obviously see more everything compacted. What will they be looking at?
At the 3 o'clock when it starts, we call it the slack. We have a lot of excess riders. Like in team roping, you have 30 teams. Well, you can't fit all that in the rodeo, so you save 10 teams for the rodeo and the rest will be in the slack. Same with the rope and tie and a few other events. Then when that's finished, then they have the junior rodeo starts, and that finishes, then the main performance starts. The main performance consists of everything, a bit of everything.
Fantastic. And of course there's the rodeo clowns and all that to keep everybody, the kiddies, happy.
And also we actually open the night, the main performance, with a grand entry, which myself and the girls do, and we also bring in title holders, etc. Big grand opening ceremony. And as you said, we have the clowns, they do their acts, and I do believe that there's going to be some special acts on the night in between the intervals.
Great. Well, I know that we're going to be there, and I've always believed that every family should at least try to get to rodeo once in their life, because it's always something. It's like taking the kids to the circus, really, isn't it? Something, they see all the animals, they see the acts going on, and all that kind of stuff. And there's no harm done to the animals. They're more of the animals trying to do harm to the people, isn't it?
Well, that's how you hardly ever see animals hurt. Well, you never do. It's the cowboys that get hurt quite a lot. Even Rodeo Queen, she had a fall there not long ago and ended up in hospital. But the animals, so we can't hurt the animals. We get fined or disqualified. And the animals they're all athletes themselves. They're all kept in good paddocks. They're kept fit. Their teeth and feet are done. They've got to be kept fit to do their job. They probably might work. Lucky if they work 20 times a year and they get the good living, Yeah. So that's just, they're lucky they don't go to the pet food,
Well looked after.
Yeah.
So Obviously you recommend everyone come down and have a bit of a look.
Oh, absolutely. As I said before, there is a lot more to the sport than just the bulls and broncs. It is a family sport. Both Don and myself compete. My daughter, she runs the junior barrels. It is a family sport, and it's a good night out for everybody.
Now we see, of course, the hats, where we see here you've got the West Coast Rodeo Circuit, the Rodeo Queen, but something we'll show people is these buckles, these fantastic buckles. Now you've got written on yours 19 WC Header RC88. What's that mean?
In 88 I won the heading for Western Australia. In the heading it's a team roping. Two people come out and rope a steer. One bloke comes out and ropes the head. He turns it off and his partner comes in and ropes the two back legs. That's called team roping. Well, I actually won the heading part of that for that year. Okay. Since then I've won a few others, like in the team roping club and a few other things like that too.
So a little bit like the wrestling, how they have the big belts and buckles. This is your kind of trophy, really, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. This is my pride and joy at the moment. Yes, this is for
West Coast Rodeo Circuit, 1999, Queen Tracy Jessup.
That's right. Yes, I'm very, very proud of that. And once again, my pride and joy.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, and also thanks for what you're doing here for the kids. And we're going to just wander around a bit and try to chat with a few of them and catch up. So we'll see you anyway this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you. Hi, and what's your name?
Christy.
Christy. Now, what's this big buckle you got here?
Well, my dad won it.
Graham Brown, 98.
Yep.
And he's the big saddle bronc, is he?
Yep.
And do you like going to the rodeo?
Yes.
And what do you do when you're there?
Sometimes I just sit down and watch.
And other times, what else do you do?
Most of the time I just sit down and watch.
And have a lot of fun. Do you reckon it's a lot of fun?
Yes.
Think all the other little boys and girls should come and have a look?
Yes.
Because it's a lot of fun. What do you think? Think it's a lot of fun? Reminds me of myself. I'm a very shy guy. And when you go up there, what do you do? What's your favourite thing you like?
Cheering for my dad.
Yeah? And how does he go? Pretty good?
Yes.
Good. All right. Thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we're talking to Graham, the same Graham you just seen the belt buckle the young girl had, and this is her dad, Graham. Hi, Graham.
G'day, how you going?
Now, I see you're also wearing, oh, good, real good. I see you're also wearing another belt buckle here, and this is the Mount Isa Rodeo.
That's right, 1998 Mount Isa Saddle Bronc.
Sound like you did well in 98.
Oh, I had a good year in 98. Everything went well for me. I drew well and done the good miles.
Fantastic. Now, obviously Mount Isa, so you do a bit of travelling.
Yes, I've been just about everywhere, and I'm here in Perth now. Perth was, Western Australia was one of the states that I hadn't rodeoed in yet, so I thought we'll come over here for a few months and have a look and do some rodeos while we're here.
Someone's cracking the whip in there behind us. Sounds like my wife. Hi, hon. And now, you were originally from Queensland or what?
No, I'm originally from New South Wales, okay. But then I moved to Queensland a bit later on, and I stayed there for a few years, and I've been everywhere, man. I'm one of them guys.
Right. Needless to say, you really must love it because you've dedicated to this. This is obviously your sport.
Yes, that's right. I started off riding when I was about 5 or 6 because my father, he'd done it as well. And then as you was seen with my daughter Christy before, she's into it now. So it's a family sport, and it's a sport the whole family can have fun with together.
Yeah, now we were talking a bit earlier with our rodeo queen and all that, and they said that there's actually a code of ethics, is it, with the animals and all that you wanted to mention?
Oh, that's right. It's a code of practice. And we've got rules and regulations on their size, their weight, and the way they're handled and the way they're treated. And if you step out of line and you don't look after the animals properly, we'll whack a fine on you.
Yeah, fair
so
enough.
Animals first, and that's it. That's how we run it.
Yeah. Now, when people come up this weekend, I'll be seeing you doing?
They'll be watching me. I'll actually be riding in the saddle bronc riding contest, but also be the shoot boss on the night. I'll make sure everybody's getting on and getting out and giving the crowd a bit of entertainment.
Right, so you're going to be looking after all that kind of stuff. And tell us, what's the hardest to deal with there, the riders or the bulls?
Oh, no, definitely the riders. You've got to have the riders organised. The bulls, they just run up, they love the buck. So it's the riders. You've got to get them on there. So yeah. They're a bit harder to control.
Yeah. Now, everyone, obviously, we want them to come up and have a look. And you following this for here in Western Australia for how long?
I'm here for the year, and I hope to do well over here this year, and I'll just see how things go after that and where I end up.
Walk away with a few more belt buckles.
That's right. I've got a few, but I haven't got enough yet, so I've got to keep riding hard, hang on tight, and win some more.
Congratulations. Thanks very much for that.
Thank you.
All the best. Okay, everyone, here we are, and we're just going to chat with the gang. They're just having a little bit of a break, and then they're going to go and do it again. So I'll just ask as I go along the drivers, your name, sir?
Alan Warner.
And we spoke to you a little while ago. Now, how'd your passenger go here?
Oh, it's very good. We was a bit tentative for the first lap or so, and we just sped things up a little bit, and we got, I suppose, pretty close to race speeds, but not quite there. But no, it went well.
Well done. And here's your rider here, Justin.
How you going, Musa? It's unreal fun, mate.
What do you think?
It's fantastic, eh? I love it how he arcs it up around the corner. Just, you hear the motor brake traction, and it's just sensational. Can't wait to go back out.
Excellent. And our cameraman, Terry, how did everything go out there with the filming?
I think it's a bit rough, but I got as good as I can get it.
Excellent. And your name, sir?
Peter Borum.
Peter, now you had the lovely Debbie running around out there with you.
Indeed, I think I might trade my passenger in on her, actually. She's pretty good. Got to get out a bit further on the left-hander, but once you sorted that out, she's good.
Excellent.
But we'll get up a bit more speed next time.
Excellent. How'd you go, Debbie?
Excellent. I tell you what, the only thing that's holding you on is these.
And teeth if you can grip on anything.
That's right. It's excellent fun. Absolutely love it.
Excellent. Well, you're going to go again in a minute. Yeah. Okay, your name?
Mark.
Mark, how'd your passenger go?
He went very well, actually. Very well indeed. I was quite proud of him, especially around the left when we went around a few outfits. He was very well.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. And here's your passenger, James. How'd everything go?
Moose, I'd like to say I've never sat on anything that fast in my whole life. I thought cars were fast, but don't even go close to this. You know, there were times up and down the straights, Mark was saying we were probably clocking like 140 miles an hour, which is really quick. And it was real good fun, and we'll probably do it some more later. Okay, now I'm going to introduce a story on models. It was Fashion Week a few weeks ago, so check this one out. Hi everybody, it's James down here, and today's story is on the WA Model Club outside the Cannington Greyhounds here. It's a good day. First of all, I'd like to apologise to Bert and all the gang. They emailed us and told us to come down. We came down. We did some great stories with them and a couple of people there. There were some good cars, as you can see, some tourists, some army vehicles, and of course Bert's cars, the Ferraris, and there was just heaps of other stuff there. We actually had a sound problem with the camera, which we've come over now and works well, but we thought the footage was too good to waste, so hope you have a look at it. What you're going to be listening to is we're going to play a track off of the album called The Patrons album, which has got some great singers on it. Kevin Bloody Wilson, Angry Anderson, just heaps of other ones are two of the main names. The song's called A Tattoo of Santa. Now, this whole album, if you buy it, every cent goes to kids with cancer. So have a listen, and if you can, go down and buy it.
He was a rebel and an outlaw and an outcast, but I never saw him do nobody harm. The rumour was he'd spent some time in prison. The truth was he done time in Vietnam. But he always had us kids around for Christmas, and he'd always find a present for us all. And he'd always give us rides on the back of his Harley. Weren't for him there'd be no Christmas time at all. He had a Harley all in pieces in his kitchen, and bits of other bikes out in his yard. An eagle and a skull and crossbone tattooed on his arms, and a big tattoo of Santa on his heart. He was regarded pretty much as a loner, and we all wondered if he'd family of his own. But I don't remember seeing any photos at Christmas when he'd open up his home. He had this funny little pot plant in the corner that he'd dressed up just like a Christmas tree. and the laughter from us kids at the silly things he did, like them tiny bits of tinsel in his beard. He had a Harley all in pieces in his kitchen, and bits of other bikes out in his yard, an eagle and a skull and crossbone tattooed on his arms, and a big tattoo of Santa on his heart. Looking back, I often wonder where he'd be now, or even if he's still around at all, and if he still takes in kids. But wherever he is, it's 'cause of him I still believe in Santa Claus. And today I took my own kid to meet Santa, and after all these years he hasn't changed at all, except his hair's a little whiter and he's put on a bit more middle. Oh, but the love coming from them kids just said it all. Bet there's a Harley all in pieces in his kitchen, and bits of other bikes out in his yard, an eagle and a skull and crossbone tattooed on his arms, and a big tattoo of Santa on his heart. Bet there's a Harley all in pieces in his kitchen, and bits of other bikes out in his yard, an eagle and a skull and crossbone tattooed on his arms, and a big tattoo of Santa on his heart. Bet there's a big tattoo of Santa on his heart.
Yeah, thanks, James, and thanks to everyone down at the WA Model Club. Make sure you try to get involved if you're interested in collecting, or even maybe you might even have something that they might be interested in. Just let them know. And a big special thank you to Kevin Bloody Wilson and the people who are involved in putting together the Patrons album. As James mentioned earlier, that money from that goes to the Kids with Cancer, and it's got a lot of great artists on it. CJ Dennis, Normie Rowe, Angry Anderson, Graham Cones, Cole Elliott, a whole bunch of people there, Rick Steele, and it's all done for Kids with Cancer. The Patrons album and the motorcycle riders, the veterans, and Vietnam Veterans, Motorcycle Club. Something else I want to let you know, just while we got a little bit of time, it'll be in the credits as well. Something else for Kids with Cancer is tomorrow morning. That's tomorrow morning at Ellenbrook at Woodlake Village. We're asking you, if you can, go up there, bring $5 with you, bring a few friends. Whole idea is to have breakfast together, brunch together, whatever you want to call it. Lipton's are helping out up there. They're supplying a breakfast pack. The idea is that you bring a few people with you, charge them $5 to have breakfast with you. Kevin Bloody Wilson will be there. There will be some of the guys from the Eagles and the Dockers and whatever. They'll all be up there. And the idea is to come up, charge someone $5 to have breakfast with you, have a good time, and raise some money for the Kids with Cancer. That's at Ellenbrook tomorrow between 10 and 12 at Woodlake Village. That'll be in the credits as well, and try to help them out if you can. So hopefully we'll see you there tomorrow at Woodlake Village in Ellenbrook. I'm just trying to make sure you got that. Okay, let's go back to the gang.
Yes, and as you can see from that story, there were lots of different models there. There was some Coke stuff, some Army stuff, all different types of touring cars. It was a great day, and there's a lot of collectors down there, and it was really good. Yeah, what would you like to say about our experience so far today, Deb?
Well, as you can see, we're all lined up here ready to go again. The drivers are just refueling.
We just got to go change our jocks, that's all, you know.
Well, I need a drink of water.
Oh, mate, it was excellent, but I don't know, can they hear us, mate? Yeah. But anyway, we're going back out again. We're sort of totally addicted to it now, mate. It's better than the old two-wheel racing. That extra one makes a difference, fit another person on, so we're going to get back out there and do it again all day.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
got a mic in my hand, so I might as well do something. My name is Wayne Simmons for Balls and All, and we're here at the C grade grand final, semifinal before I get beat up by somebody. And we have a fierce encounter between the Blazers in the dark uniforms versus, you guessed it, the Intimidators. And I'm pretty intimidated by this massive crowd too. And Tony's standing behind me getting ready to beat me up. So we're going to see a little bit of the game, and then we'll talk to some of the participants in this exciting semifinal. Yes, we are in the final stages of a hotly contested game. In the second half, after a good first half, the Blazers just proved too strong with some valuable outside shooting and three-pointers to win this game. They're currently up 63-40 with less than a minute remaining, so it looks like they're in the lock for the grand final, which although the Intimidators played hard and played valiantly, they just couldn't get it done tonight. As you can see, a lot of turnovers and a bit of frustration setting in for the Intimidators. Here's another three-pointer up. Oh, magnificent tap. I know that guy. That guy is Steve. I call him the silent assassin. He's deadly on the three-pointer, and as you can see, he's got a bit of vertical as well. And we see a long jump shot there. It didn't happen. Last 15 seconds of the contest. Got a little shake and bake, a little one-on-one. And the point guard pulls it out. All right. Their point guard. Now I'm here with Steve Pisarsis on the winning team. I call him the silent assassin, you know, because he just doesn't say much but gets it done. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good, Wayne. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Now I saw you hit a couple of threes. Now did you get that from the Wayne Simmons School of Jump Shooting, or what was that?
Yeah, well I've been down here during the day. So I've been down here during the day practicing my jump shot, watching Wayne how it's done, and it's rubbing off, I gotta say.
Now I also saw a tremendous big tip there. That was pretty good. Now I can't say I taught you that.
No, well you haven't got the hops of me, Wayne, but white men can't jump and proving that wrong.
Now you guys won comfortably. Now it was a close first half. What do you think happened in the second half?
Well, I think just the persistence paid off, just the talent shone through, and well, we were the better team on the night.
Okay, well, let's be shy about it. No, now, grand final now next week. Will your preparation be any different? Do you have an idea of who you would possibly be playing?
Yeah, we're playing a team that came third. We came fourth, so it's third and fourth playoff in the final. We're hoping we'll do pretty well. Training will just be as usual, which isn't any training. We just show up and play. And so hopefully we're looking for another success.
There's nothing like beer and Skittles basketball, isn't it? Now, tonight you were in double figures once again and got a couple of rebounds there. So I think you'll be pretty happy up in the weight room this week.
Yeah, well, we got to pump that iron, bulk up the rebounds.
Well, you know, it's embarrassing because now when he comes in the weight room, I'm going to have to run from him because he's going to be saying, hey, Wayne, I did kick a bit of butt this week, so it's going to be kind of tough. Now, we want to thank you guys for going out there and playing well, and good luck next week in the grand final.
Okay, thanks, Wayne.
I'm also here with young Al. And Al, what's your last name?
Ballard.
I didn't hear it. It's Al Ballard for everybody that didn't hear it. And unfortunately, he was on the wrong end of the victory tonight. Basically, they lost. But that's okay. The name of the team was the Intimidators, and tonight they weren't intimidating. But you get that some nights. Now, Al, you want to tell me what happened after a close first half?
We just totally lost the plot, really. We just they were playing awesome defense, and we just couldn't put our shots down.
Actually, I thought after watching the game, you guys shot a lot of three-pointers in the second half, and it was a failure to really penetrate their zone defense. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, because it was the first time we just recently changed point guards around and that, and yeah, it's just I think we just got out of sync and all that. So yeah.
Now this basically is the only team that has given you trouble this year.
Yeah, they're the only team which has beaten us. So it's just amazing. We go through the season virtually nearly undefeated, and we lose the semis. So it's all credit to the Blazers and that.
Well, I must say, Al, you fought valiantly the whole game, and you played hard. Unfortunately, you get those days where it doesn't get done, but I will say this, you're a credit to your team, and we do wish you guys the best. And I want to tell a lot of people this. This little guy, as little as he is, can dunk the basketball. I've seen him do it several times. I've actually seen the bottom of his shoe as he goes over people and dunks it. He's also on the state team for, is that high jumping?
Long jump.
Long jump. So that shows you how much I know. High jump, long jump. I don't really know anything about it, but it's track and field, and there you go. Now, at his height, he can dunk. Now, I know Terry, who is our cameraman at the moment, and I know Tony Hasselbacker, who's the producer at the moment. He would like to be able to dunk. And anybody out there who wants to be able to dunk, come to my school of dunking. Al will be there and he will train you. Unfortunately, I can't get off the ground. You can't slip a 20-cent piece under my foot, but you get that. Now, I want to thank you, Al, for coming down. And are you going to come and watch the grand final next week?
Yeah, I might do, just see what I'm up to in that. Like, it should be a close game between Blazers and Simplicity in that, and yeah.
Oh, so you already know Simplicity's going to win?
I'm not too sure about that. It's going to be very close.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any off-track betting or anything going on. I mean, we get that so much in cricket these days. I didn't know. Oh, so I didn't really know what was happening. But if you know something, just let us know, and maybe I could get, you know, a couple of bets in there. Oh, sorry, we're on camera. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I was just kidding. Only kidding. Anyway, we want to thank you, Al, and wish you guys every success next season.
No worries. Thanks, Wayne.
I know on a night like this, you wish you would have picked up a point guard like myself, because I remember the last time you played against these guys, you won, and I was the starting point guard. Is that right?
That's only because I was injured, Wayne.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, you get that. But anyway, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Wayne.
Hey everyone, welcome back, and I'm just going to have a chat with a couple guys here who are also in it, and then the gangs is all rolling in. Your name, sir?
Greg Clark.
Greg?
I'm Roger Cooper.
And Roger, tell us, what gets someone involved in this?
Initially Peter just kept on nagging me to come out and give it a go, so I finally said yes, and I've been doing it for 7 years.
And you love it?
I love it, mate.
Love it?
I love scraping a left hip through the left-hander.
And we've seen the scrapes too. And your side?
Oh, it gets to be in the blood. It's more of a social thing than anything else. It's sort of an addiction, I guess you'd say, yeah.
The methyl benzene and the rubber in the air.
Love the smell of rubber.
Love the smell of it. Okay, we got the gang coming in here behind us, as you can see. First of all is our cameraman, looking quite calm and relaxed there, riding with Ralph. Let's go here and have a chat. Well, Ralph, how'd they go?
Yeah, that was pretty good, yeah. Had to push my passenger out a few times, but he did really well. That was a really good run, yeah.
Well done. It's a lot easier without the camera anyway. Well, what do you reckon?
Oh, it's intense. Unbelievable.
Intense. Okay, how'd he go?
He was getting a bit tired this time, I think.
Yeah.
It was getting a bit harder for him to hang on, but I think he still enjoyed it.
Yeah, well?
Yeah, I got tired. It was really hard. Just hanging on at that speed is, yeah.
Where do you find the biggest strainers?
Going from left back to right.
Yeah.
Because you got to get in quicker and you got to really hang on tight, so yeah, that was hard.
A lot of teeth gritting going on. Okay, let's see how Debbie went here. So how'd she go?
She's pretty good, actually. Yeah, she's learning. I think another couple of laps and she'll make a good passenger.
We talked to your normal passenger there, and he said he thinks he's lost his job. Has he lost his job, Debbie?
I think so.
How do you feel?
Oh, fantastic. Very worn out, but it's great.
And where do you find the biggest strain, obviously, because you're using a lot of muscles doing something differently?
My legs kill.
Yeah.
The arms are okay, but the legs.
All right, let's chat over here. Got a bit of smoke. How'd he go?
We boiled the motor. The passenger was that good, I just went quicker than normal, so...
Too hot to handle.
What was that?
Too hot to handle.
Too hot to handle. So what do you reckon? Something you'd like to do?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to have to trade in the bike and get one of these. So many toys and so little time. Oh, excellent.
Well, you just had the AJS motorcycles up there and the quads and everything.
And it's only getting better, isn't it?
What's next? The rodeo's the next big one.
Skydiving.
Skydiving? Maybe we'll get you on the back top of a bull or something at the rodeo this weekend.
If I do it, but.
All right, well, everyone, we've had a lot of fun up here at Wanneroo, as you've seen. I get the Balls and All gang together, if they can come in. Debbie and James, you guys want to... James? We'll just get the Balls and All gang together. I want to thank everybody up here at Barbagallo for everything, and everyone for taking us a ride on their side carts.
My knees are still like jelly. I can't stand properly.
The adrenaline is still going through you, so my body's not sore yet.
How do you feel like, when you've been out roller skating, something like that for a long time, and then you get out?
Does not even compare.
I don't know how you came up with roller skates.
No, what I'm talking about is the motion, and now all of a sudden you're trying to just stand still. Do you feel it's still moving, or what?
I like being on a boat all day, you think? Yeah, I can still feel... I just feel the adrenaline going through me still.
I just want to keep going fast.
Faster! Well, listen, I also want to send out a message to Sean and Lisa. Congratulations on your engagement. And from all the Balls and All gang, we want to wish Tim and Simone big congratulations. Tim, who was with us a while back, him and Simone had a baby girl during the week, and we want to send them all the best. So we're going to leave you with a bit more footage of when they were going around the track. And don't forget, every Monday night, 8:30, right here on Channel 31, the name of the show is Balls and All.
I've lost my enthusiasm.
No strength left. Thanks for watching, and have a look at this footage.
And it really was me, Mum.